Hey, what's up, guys? Just a quick video here about Craigslist deals. I recently did one today, and I kind of didn't follow my own rules and got burned a little bit. So I kind of sat down and thought about, the last, I think, year, a couple months, I've been doing a lot of Craigslist deals. What are some problems I had and some things I could did prevent it. So I sat down, I got a top 5 list of things that, not things, but kind of a checklist. Just some steps you guys can follow if to avoid the same situations that I've been in. So that's it. The first three are pretty much what you want to do before you decide to meet up and actually exchange money in the games. So I'm going to go with the first three, and then the next two are pretty much what to do uh, after you meet up and you're face to face and so on and so forth. All right, guys. Step one. This is the first one. Uh, Never offer them exactly what they're asking for in the price. If they're asking for $50 for the game lot, I never give them $50. I never offer them $50. I always go lower. I usually start like at 30, 35, depending on the games. Even if they're expensive games, a lot of these people have the impression that they can take eBay prices and apply it to stuff just on Craigslist, which I don't do that. If I want to pay eBay prices, I'll go to eBay, and then I can have some type of buyer protection plan. If I got an issue, I can call PayPal or eBay and get my money back or whatever. But Craigslist, you can't. So that's why I don't give people eBay prices on Craigslist, because once the deal's done, they're done, they disappear. They're not going to return your phone calls and so on and so forth. So first step, never give them what they're asking for. I don't care what it is. They won't budge. That's fine. Usually, a day or week later, something else pops up, same thing or maybe better. Or what I have learned is, if you're like me, look at Craigslist about a couple times a day. So you'll see a nice big lot come out, something you want for maybe $100 off from like 75, and they'll say no way. I'll say okay, and then the next week you see it again, you start seeing it and seeing it. So and then you say 75, 75, 75, and finally they go, okay, man, 75. So that's my point. They very rarely are they going to get what they want for first off the bat. So first step is never offer them what they want in the ad. Always go lower, and I'll get to step two here in a second. Thanks. All right, guys, here it is. Step two. Very, very important. One I learned the hard way today. Always ask if they're a smoking household. Today I got a pretty good lot, and obviously they were chain smokers. The console itself smelled like shit, pretty much. Once that smoke gets inside the vents of the console, it's not coming out. The game case itself stunk really bad, so I kept what I could, and I sold the rest off today immediately, because even when I put the stuff in my car trunk, my car started sinking like smoke. So second most important is always ask if they're a non-smoking household. Unless you're a smoker, then maybe it won't bother you, but if you're not a smoker like me, then you're going to have a huge issue. So that's number two, guys. All right, guys. Number three, always ask if they can meet you halfway between your location and theirs. Never go right to their house. Personally, I don't want to go to some stranger's house. Plus, it's gas money. I tell them, look, I'm not a fucking delivery service. I'm not coming to your house and buying your shit from you. You're gonna meet me somewhere halfway. If they're not willing to do that, then just say no thanks and move on, because there's always somebody who is willing to kind of meet you halfway. And it's more about just being I guess cordial, or having good morals. Just kind of, all right, we'll meet halfway. It's cool, but you're going to get that one jackass that says, sorry, man, I don't drive, or no, you got to come get it. We're talking game consoles and games here. We're not talking fucking pool tables. So they could get their ass in the car and meet me halfway. That's just the way I look at it. So if they're not willing to meet halfway, just move on, and because more likely it's not worth it. That's just my opinion. All right, guys. Number four. Now, this is the part where you guys you meet face to face. you're in a parking lot or McDonald's, whatever. You get out of your car, they get the car, they got the bag, you got your money. You meet face to face, and the first thing you want to do is check to see if everything's there that was offered in the original ad. I didn't follow this rule today, and there was a couple of games missing. I didn't, you know, you kind of caught up in the moment at the time. You're meeting a stranger, you're doing a deal. You want to be nice about it, so I just didn't check to see if all the games were there. So, make sure the console's there. In this case, it was a console, like 10 games. So the console was there, obviously. So that was there, but there wasn't the 10 games. It was missing one game, actually. The GameCube game, which I really wanted. I could have sold on eBay. I just didn't think about it. So, if the ad said 10 games in console, make sure there's 10 games there. Make sure the ones you want. And, don't forget that one. Trust me. All right, guys, number 5, last one, very important one. I fucked up, didn't follow this one today too, and got burned. I pretty much got burned all the way through this whole list that I'm making. So, I'm making it for you guys. Number 5, check to see if all the games are in the cases. I didn't do that. No matter if it's 5 games or 50, sit there and check each case, make sure it's in there. I mean, I didn't do that today. One of them I got basically was just an empty case. It had the manual in it. It's manual box art or cover art, but I wasn't thinking. So check in there. Even the console. Make sure the console's got all the connections. For some odd reason, I got 2 AV cables with this GameCube. So the console was there. It had the power cord, 2 sets of AV cables, and 2 controllers. The 2 controllers were in the deal, but I just thought it was weird. I had an extra AV controller and I had a missing game. So actually 2 missing games. So I'm not saying that people do this intentionally. I think maybe they don't know the game. They haven't played these games for so long that they forget the games are in the case. But so that's number 5, guys. Make sure if they say the instruction manuals and it comes with every game, check, because the lady that I did a deal with today, I emailed her yesterday. I said, hey, are you sure everything's complete? She said, oh, yeah. So we get there, and I open up, I think 3 PS2 games. None of them had the manual, and I was showing it to her. She's like, so I picked up another one because she wanted more money than what we agreed upon. I was like, well, let me check, make sure they're complete. And she goes, they're complete. She's telling me. I pick up the first one open. It's just no manual. I was like, okay, I'll try another one. And nothing. So I ended up giving her what we initially agreed upon. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's number 5. That's my quick top 5 steps to ensure that maybe you have a successful Craigslist deal and don't really get burned. You got any questions? Feel free. I think this is actually a really good list. Pay attention to number 1. Obviously, number 1 kind of starts the whole kind of ball rolling, so to speak. And that's it, guys. You got any questions? If you come across a deal you're not sure about, feel free to PM me or put a comment below, and I'll get back to you. Thanks.